lot was riding on the success of this job, but if they pulled it off, this would be the score of a lifetime. More cash than anybody involved had ever dreamed of, and all it had to do was live up to the expectations of the gaming public.
Expectations which are understandably high for one of the biggest titles in gaming. It's rumoured to have cost a staggering £170 million to make and market Grand Theft Auto 5, which would make it the most expensive video game ever produced. So, no pressure to perform then.
It's an industrial area, right? So I'm thinking vehicles. Trash truck to block, tow truck to sack.
Video game stores across the globe opened at midnight on the game's launch day, helping fuel the hype surrounding the title. And it seems the game's developers and publishers' gamble has paid off, with Grand Theft Auto 5 generating £495 million in its first day on sale.
GTA 5 won't just be the biggest game of the year, it may be one of the biggest games of all time. There's not been a GTA game for 5 years, so there's been a long wait since GTA 4. And the expectation levels around this and the level of investment that Rockstar put into it suggests it's going to be a truly epic experience.
The series has come a long way from its first iteration in 1997. Back then, a top-down 2D title. Now, a 3D open-world extravaganza. Grand Theft Auto 5, or GTA 5 as it's known to console and computer gaming cognoscenti, is set in the fictional city of Los Santos, a stunningly detailed virtual version of Los Angeles, created by the crew at its developers, Rockstar Games.
So what we doing here?
We're working, amigo.
The player can choose to be and swap between, at will, one of 3 characters: an ex-armed robber, a young aspiring gangster, and a dangerous thug during the course of the game's story mode.
How have you been?
Oh, simply wonderful. And you?
Somewhere stuck between joyful and peachy.
With a title like Grand Theft Auto, as you'd expect, lots of the missions involve armed larceny. But this game is a lot more than the sum of its Hollywood heist movie-inspired parts.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment! Please don't make me ruin all the great work your plastic surgeons have been doing.
The world of Los Santos is a sprawling and gigantic environment that counterpoints city streets with mountains and wilderness and a beach and boardwalk thrown in for good measure. The player can indulge in sports, extreme or otherwise, watch TV shows, customise cars, acquire apparel, and even visit an in-game therapist.
I think you need a new therapist.
It's the sheer level of detail in this world which makes it a compelling place to visit. The player's constantly discovering new things to do and see. In fact, when I was playing, I quite often felt like a computerised tourist, soaking up the many and varied virtual vistas that Los Santos has to offer. Lush landscapes aside, a large part of the game's story mode does involve action, which is adult in its nature. One scene, which we can't show, involves torture. It's content like this which has, in the past, landed the series in hot water, with everybody from newspapers to politicians.
Some video games are designed for children, but other video games are definitely designed for adults. If GTA 5 was a movie, it would be a Martin Scorsese movie. You know, violent and artistic in equal measure. And it's definitely a game that pushes limits. And that's why people who check the limits, PEGI, have decided to give it an 18 rating. And retailers can get arrested for selling it to children, and parents shouldn't let children play it.
Strictly over 18's adult entertainment, then.
An escape, perhaps, from the humdrum of everyday existence, performing much the same role as action movies. A game which mirrored real life a little bit too closely might not have quite the same mass appeal.
GTA Office Edition. Acquire caffeine. Latte bonus. Complete spreadsheet. Boredom bonus. Spreadsheet complete.